We're joined on the phone today by Jimmy Brown and Robin Campbell of UB40. They're on their 40th anniversary tour right now. They've got a new album coming out as well called For the Many. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hello Justin, how you doing?
Good.
It's great to be speaking with you. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. It's going to be a little bit difficult because we're in two different locations, but if we talk at you at the same time, please forgive us.
Okay, no problem. Well, I know UB40 has a lot going on here. You're in the midst of your 40th anniversary tour. I wanted to ask you how the tour has been going so far.
Well, we've been doing this since June of last year. We started the celebrations of our 40th anniversary. It's going great. It's what we do. You know, it's what we love doing, and we'll probably be doing it for another year at least, I would think.
I always knew you guys were popular, but I had no idea you've sold something like 100 million albums over the years. That's incredible.
It's pretty incredible. Yeah, it feels like it's happened to somebody else rather than us. But it is pretty incredible, yeah.
Surprises me.
And UB40 has got a show coming up here in Minnesota at the Caboose, September 14th. When's the last time you guys played Minnesota? Has it been a while?
It has been a while. It's been a while since we've been to America, actually. I think it's 10 years. Possibly slightly less, but it's certainly been a while. Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Awesome. So this will be the first time the people here in the States will be able to see you guys with Duncan Campbell at the helm.
No, Duncan was with us the last time.
Oh, he was?
He's been with us for 11 years now, yeah. So the last time we played the States was with Duncan.
Well, I know there's a lot of fans here in Minnesota, and you guys picked the right time to come here. Usually it's either 50 below, or right now it's about 100 degrees, so you guys should be good to go.
Yeah, probably reggae weather.
It's 100 degrees everywhere. It's the same here.
Well, how did you guys come about your sound in the early days? You know, when I think of Birmingham, I think of metal bands like Black Sabbath or Judas Priest, and I know the Campbells obviously have a folk background from your dad. So, I mean, how did the whole thing turn into what it is now?
Well, I think that's the funny thing about Birmingham is that it actually is one of the most diverse cities in England, in Britain, and I think that works against us in some ways because there are so many famous bands that come from Birmingham, but they're so different. I mean, you say the metal bands, but then you've got Duran Duran, then you've got UB40. That is it's so diverse that there's no
Steel Pulse.
Steel Pulse. There's another band, yeah. And you don't get that sound like the Merseybeat sound or the Manchester sound because they sound like one thing, but the Birmingham sound is everything because it's such a diverse city. So. It's great to come from Birmingham. I think Birmingham has really informed everything that we've done.
Yeah, where we grew up was a high immigrant area. It was the inner city area of South Birmingham, and where we were, you just heard reggae everywhere. The clubs and the nightclubs, the youth clubs, the bars, the coffee bars, everywhere that we hung out. We heard reggae music, so it wasn't strange for us. We weren't listening to heavy metal at all. We weren't listening to rock even. Obviously, we were hearing pop music, UK pop music, and American pop music, of course. But because of the amount of Jamaicans living in the area, we heard a lot of reggae. So when we formed a band, we didn't even have a discussion. We were only ever going to play reggae.
Well, and of course, that was kind of a new sound at that time. So, I mean, you guys really kind of kept the reggae thing going and, brought it to more prominence here in the States and, of course, in the UK. So, I mean, that's great. You guys are kind of like the next link to keep that style going.
Yeah, I feel like it's quite a compliment to say that, I like the idea that we were actually helping the advance of reggae here around the world. I think we had contributed a little bit to it, definitely.
We definitely had a kind of a missionary attitude to it. We definitely wanted to take reggae around the world and get it as popular everywhere else as it was where we were living.
Well, and you guys obviously did that. I know you guys have had a lot of big hits, and I know you've got a new album out now here, For the Many. Can you tell the listeners a bit about the new album?
Well, it's kind of a throwback album. It's very much like the early albums we were doing in the 80s. It's a mixture of love songs and political songs. but it's also got quite a high dub content, so which is very similar to what we were doing in the early 80s, and that's what our friends and our fans are telling us, that it sounds very similar to our earliest albums, which is exactly what we were trying to do. We were trying to kind of relive our youth.
Well, and this is the first album, I believe, with Duncan that you guys have done original stuff. So, I mean, you guys are officially in it now.
Yeah, it's well, he's been with us 11 years now, so he's not exactly the new boy anymore. And we've done a few original tunes with Duncan, but yeah, we did another Labour of Love album, which was an album of covers. But we've also done a few original tracks with Duncan, but this is the first complete album of original tunes. So yeah, Duncan kind of feels like he's come of age now. So much the new boy anymore, and he's already celebrated his 500th show with us. So, you know, he's been around a while now.
Excellent, yeah. And I know you guys have a release of For the Many that has an actual second different version of the album, so that's great for the fans.
Yeah, well, we've done a dub album, a complete mix of the album in dub. So, yeah, removing the vocals and just doing, you know, what dub music is, which is studio production, and changing it, you know, using the bass line as the major melody. But, yeah, we've done that, plus we've also done a third version, which is a collaboration album. That's not out yet, but it will be out later this year, which is where we've invited various reggae artists from around the world to do a track with us. And, yeah, it was so much fun that it turned into another album.
Awesome. Well, again, UB40 coming to Minnesota here at the Caboose on September 14th. And I wanted to ask you guys, I'm not sure how you want to address it or what you can say, but I know there's a different band out there billing themselves as UB40. I just wanted to clear it up, you know, any confusion for the listeners. You guys are indeed the true UB40.
Yeah, well, you know, it's very confusing for the listeners and very frustrating for us that our ex-lead singer, who left to go solo, that kind of didn't work out for him, so he then formed a band and started calling himself UB40, which is extremely annoying and very frustrating, and as you say, very confusing for the fans. But yeah, we are the original, and I would say to the fans, accept no substitute.
There were six original members who go all the way back to when we were at school together, who've known each other since we were 12 years old. And of those six original members, 5 of us are still together doing it. So that is authentic as you can get without being 100%.
Yeah, and all the original lyricists, you know, all the music makers are all still in the original band.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely the true UB40. And again, you guys will be here in Minnesota September 14th. I know the new album, For the Many, on the way. Is there anything else we should be looking out for from UB40?
Well, we're just eager to be bringing out new material over and playing it for the fans. You know, obviously we will be playing the hits that are expected. You know, the songs that people expect to hear, like the Red Red Wines and the Can't Help Falling in Love. But yeah, we just love recording, making new albums and bringing new music to the fans and getting their approval. You know, as you said earlier, we've done a dub album, so there'll be plenty of dub music in the versions that we'll be doing live. And later on in the year, there will be the collaboration album being released, which, you know, is a whole other ball game too.
Awesome. Again, thank you guys so much. I'm a big fan, and it's been great speaking with you today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
And again, that was Jimmy Brown and Robin Campbell of UB40, as they'll be coming to the Caboose in Minnesota here on September 14th, and their new album, For the Many, is available now.